Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to the series of videos in which we are showing you how you can use VBA to execute a selected report. First of all, the selection is made available in the drop-down, and then when the user selects it and click execute, then it takes this T code into SAP. SAP should be logged on already. It is logged on already. So if it is not logged on, so here is the button which automatically get you connected to SAP. So for this, what password and user is so that is set in the setup, right? Okay, so uh, we have shown you in our previous video that the selected report is created based on your selection of the the fiscal years, uh, and it also displays a number of variants you might be having. Can use the variants as well. Okay, if you do not use it, so no problem. It will take these two selection criteria into the normal T code execution, and then it will proceed to the downloads. It downloads the data into the download sheet, and each time a year is completed, it is taken into the compare so that you have uh, multiple years shown in here. Okay, so today we are going to do a bit of more fine-tuning and rectification. That you see these filters should be on the header row, not on a record row. This the data is starting from the row four. Okay, so there is something wrong which has to be corrected. That the freezing should be the 4. That's fine. If we do insert another insert in here, right? So that the freezing row remains on the first 4 rows, right? So what we do here is insert a complete row. Let's insert a complete row. Inserting a complete row is easy, but in the code how to do this, we will show you. Okay. So for the moment, I'm just putting uh, inserting key. That is this way. Okay. So this should be our start of data from the row number 5, and mm, and all the these this row is also going to be deleted. This is unwanted row, right? Two things, and these filter buttons should be made available on the heading. So this is our today's task. Okay, so how do we do this? Let's see. So we go to the start, and we go to our code, right? Where is our code? The code is, you right click on this button and go to the assign macro and go to the edit. So this is the code which is being used, and it has certain sub procedures which are being used, and we are concerned for the moment only for a T code that is 103. Yeah, this one is. This is the this is our start of our this report. Okay, and where is the end of that? These were the auto formatting, and in the end of auto formatting, then it goes to do some more fine tuning in the end. Yeah, this is where it is preparing for. Mm, yeah, yeah. This is the last procedure which it does means in the end. It's a common procedure, but this is especially designed for this report. Okay, so we put a breakpoint in here. Let's remove all the breakpoints and put a single breakpoint in here, and let's run. So we would like to use our criteria as year 2019 until 27. So use, and let's execute. So it is taking these uh, information into the SAP. It is putting the 2019. Yeah, it is now converted into Excel, and then it will proceed to the next year, and then next year, and then it will conclude. Okay, so these are now this is 2020 under process, and then 2021 will be underway. You will see this is 2021. This is 2021 is underway, and all are downloaded. You can see, yeah, this is in the clipboard, and through the clipboard, it is now. You would see that it has reached to where we wanted it to reach. Okay, that's right. So let's press F8 and see what does it do in this procedure. Let's make it big. So it is inserting a new column, a new column for vendor, and that vendor is written on uh, in front of the line item, right? Okay. So that would later on be followed by it is now followed by the procedure that does the auto fit. Okay, auto fitting. So we put a breakpoint in here before it returns. We want that so the fine tuning which we are planning that should be done at this stage before we return. Okay, so let's resume it so that so it has completed and it will stop before it is ready to return. If you see, yeah, it is doing its job in Excel. Okay, and now it is going, yeah, it has completed it, and now you are in the breakpoint. Your breakpoint is here. Okay, so it has done the auto fitting also of the columns, and you can see it has done it rightfully. Okay, so rightly done. Next is we want uh, to put a vendor detail in here. Okay, so that is B2. So we ask VBA to please write in the cell that is B2 B2 is equal to B2 is equal to whatever we want. Say, for example, vendor code, vendor code. Okay, so vendor code will be written in here. Fair enough. And A2, yeah, A2 is the year. Control V. So A2 is the year. Okay, year key. Okay, so what we do here is that we see that as it does, we see it happening. We press F8 here, so you will see FY is written in here, and when you click on here, so vendor code is written in here, and we do not want this row of yeah A1. We can remove A1 because this is misleading thing appearing on the A1, so we say A1 and we say it is a blank. Okay, so let's write it. Okay, A1 is blank off, and okay, it is not F, it is blank. Okay. Now, now let's see where is it doing auto filtering. At what stage? At the moment there are no auto filter at this stage, and no freezing of the screen. I believe if you go and see practically, physically, that there's no screen freezing, yeah, and and no filters. Fair enough. So let's see at what stage is it doing this job. Okay, so this is the thing done now. A4 change. Now range A4 is selected, and here it is going to do some procedure. Title freezing is the thing, I think. And X is equal to this, and it is deleting all the rows in which the text, if the text is framed. Okay, okay, that's right. So since there will be no effect of this procedure for this report, so we do not disturb it. Okay, there will be nothing. Only that the process is slowed down a bit, but otherwise there is no use of this code for this report. But since it is being used by other reports, so we do not mm, take a risk of changing it or affecting some other problems. So this is the procedure, which is title freezing, and of course doing the what you say is mm, auto filtering and the screen freezing. So let's go to the press F8. So this is where it is doing these two things, which we want to rectify in here. And it is also doing some column heading fix, which is not required for the moment. So what we did, we take a different, okay, because we do, since this is being used by all the reports, so we take a copy of it and we write title freezing 2. Sub, we see sub title freeze 2. Okay, so this is a new procedure being written, so it will end up okay with the and we will write it here. In this, we do not need this command because this is a different procedure for other reports. And here we will do the required changes. Okay. So in case of our report, what we are going to do is we use this title freeze 2. Okay. So let's get back to our previous here. Here is the title freezing for all the reports, but here we will use a special procedure. So first of all, we will use this. Okay. So we write if we will put a temporary if statement, we will change it later, and if, and here we will write control V, right? Title freeze 2, and we will not complete it here. We will remove this and if from here to here, and we will put here else. Okay, you do this not for this report. This is what we are saying. So our condition is again the mighty code is that. Okay, control C. So this way we do a certain exceptional things which normally a programmer has to do to tackle special circumstances. Then we do this. When you have such a report, then you do the title freeze 2. Otherwise, you do the title freeze. Okay. So title freeze 2 will we will start from with a breakpoint. Okay, and then we will do the need point. Okay, and when it will return from it, then it will be exit 2, and that's it. Okay, so this is how it is done. Let's run the procedure again. A 2019, and we run it. Now it is preparing the report, and it will end up. It will take us to the breakpoint position where we would like to make the adjustments. So what we are doing is actually it is the fine tuning, the polishing up in the end to get the report in a presentable manner and with all the formatting and the column adjustment and etc. Right. So this can be done. So this is already done. We do not need this breakpoint. We do not need this breakpoint. We say carry on, please. Okay. So it will end up in the very last procedure where we would like to do the auto filtering and the screen freezing, the top heading freezing of the column headings. So let's come let it settle down. Then yes. So it has done all our requirement. You see the auto fitting of the van. Now we want it to remove this row probably. Yeah, and put a heading in here. Okay. Okay. And screen freezing as well. Okay. Okay. So it has been doing the screen freezing now. Yeah, so this is where it is doing the procedure 3, and then okay, it has done this job. Fair enough. Now let's go to press F8, and this is where it is doing the title freezing is here. Okay, so let's run this procedure so that it stops when it reaches to this point, that is title freeze to there. Okay, so now it is taking us to the newly copied this procedure, and it is ready to do our final fine tuning here. Okay, so we want screen freezing as well as the auto filtering, auto F11. So this is where. Okay, so it is freezing at row number 5. So that's not the right place to freeze. Where is the right place to freeze? Is it is F4. F4 is the right place to freeze, right? So F4 is the right place. So it's a double, means columns and rows. F4, this is the point from where it will freeze, so that if you go rightwards, these columns will be frozen, right? The user will be able to do it, right? If we show you manually, we go to view, we click on the freeze panes in here and at the level of F4. So what would happen? All the first three rows will be taken as freeze, right? So this is the thing which we want to. Yeah, so that when you press down, page down, so all the three rows are there. And if you you travel rightwards, so first three columns are shown always on the screen, right? So this is fine. So what we do is F4 is the right place, which we have done. And what else? The auto filter as well. Okay, so selection. So this is the auto filter. Auto filter is not row 4, it is row 2. Okay, the row 2 is the right place where we would like the auto filter to happen, right? Auto filter is used on here, right? That's it. So let's execute it and see. Yeah, so the process is successfully completed, and you have the proper freezing controlled by the code. And this will uh, this will improve the readability for the users, right? Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching.